Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So there are 4 words that every minimalist should know about. And after all, minimalism is really about simplifying your life by owning less and prioritizing what truly matters most to you. So one of the key principles of minimalism is decluttering, which involves getting rid of possessions that no longer serve a purpose in your life. And to make decluttering easier, it can be helpful to categorize the possessions into 4 different categories: unused, unwanted, unloved, and unnecessary. So the unused items are those dust collectors. We all have them. Unused items are their possessions that we haven't used in a while, or they've been sitting around collecting dust. These can include clothing that no longer fit, books you've already read, kitchen appliances that you never use. And to declutter unused items, take a good look at each item and ask yourself, when was the last time you used it? If it's been more than a few months, it's probably safe to say you don't need it, and it might be a good reason for you to get rid of it. So consider donating or selling these items to free up space in your home, and those would be the unused items that are dust collectors. The second one is unwanted items. So those unwanted items are those things that don't bring you joy any longer. So they used to bring you joy, and they can include gifts that you've received but you don't really like. They could also include clothes that just don't fit anymore, or they've gone out of style. So declutter these unwanted items. Just take a minute to reflect on why you don't like them anymore. Is it because they don't fit properly? Is it because they don't match your personal taste or style any longer? Or you've just outlived them? So once you understand why you want these items, and why you don't want these items, I should say, it will be easier for you to let them go. So consider donating or selling these items to someone who will appreciate them more and could possibly use them. The third category is unloved items. They've kind of lost their shine. So those are the possessions that you used to love, you used to use, but they've lost their appeal over time. And this can happen just because you've changed, maybe it's changed for you. So these can include items that were once trendy, but they're now outdated. Could be souvenirs from a trip that was no longer has the same sentimental value to you. So to declutter these unloved items, take some time to think about why you used to love them, and is there a specific memory that's attached to those items for you? Or is it just simply a passing phase? So once you've identified why you no longer want these items, it'll be easier for you to let them go. So consider donating, selling these items, making room for new things that you truly love. And the last thing that minimalists should know about is unnecessary items, so things that you don't need at all. So those are the possessions that you simply don't need. They can include duplicate items, items that you bought on a whim but you never ended up using. To declutter these unnecessary items, ask yourself if you truly need that item in question. And if you have multiple versions of the same thing, usually it's like mugs or teacups or measuring spoons, that kind of thing, consider that you only need one of those and use the one that you use the most. So if you bought something on an impulse but you've never used it, consider donating it or selling it to someone who will get more use out of it. So by categorizing your possessions into these 4 categories, you can actually make the decluttering process very easy. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff that you own, you can focus on each of them individually and decide whether it serves you, serves a purpose in your life any longer. So remember, minimalism isn't about getting rid of everything you own. It's about prioritizing the things that truly matter to you and let go of the rest.